Good morning, everyone. Today is May 24th, 2020. It is 51, but feels like 55 here in North Idaho. I'm Jody, and welcome to Moose Flats Farm. So I did move the Bardbrook hen out here, made her a pen, because the next morning when I went out, one of the chicks had gone into the other box and got trampled, so she only has the 3 Turken mix, a black, a buff, and a white. And I did get rid of the science experiment in those nest boxes. Learn that that's not the right way to do it for any efficiency, so I'm not gonna let them go broody that way. If they decide to go broody, they need to do like the black chicken in the Ziggy shed, and checked on her, and she does have 2 underneath her, and not one of them's a Turken. Let's go see if I'm gonna take you guys over there, show you where she's at, see if we can see, but it might be too dark. And that'd be a duck egg in the woodshed. I know, don't put it in your pocket. See how, but in, you're gonna go sideways. No. So in, down there, can't really see her, but you can hear her hissing. Got my 4th Muscovy hen that's setting. This one should be hatching out after the 2 in the main duck house and before the one in the chicken house. Bella, no. But purple eggs is right down here. See if I can lift it up, and she's gonna protect me. But she's got at least 2 little ones underneath her. Let's go see if we can find White Mama and see how her babies are doing. She was trying to get them to go up. Yep, she's got them in the duck house. And she's decided to take over where Valkyrie's been laying some eggs. Let's go check on the 2 girls over here. And these two, so you have this mama right here. And that mama right there. They should be hatching out in about a week, week and a half. Not seeing anything going on, so week, week and a half. Hopefully we'll have some babies. Well, we've gotten a really big step done this morning. Show you what we've got done, because I can start planting stuff out here. So got the soaker hose on the corn bed, and I have planted all my corn. Have the soaker hoses on these two beds ready to go. Over here where my cucumbers are going to be, got the soaker hose and the trellis. And got the bed ready for the big squash. Kind of got a double soaker hose, so that way it's gonna get good and watered, and they can get nice big pumpkins grown on these guys. So the next step for today will be to pull all the stuff out of the greenhouse and figure out what goes where. So I've got the basic layout of all my plants. Going to be having some of the big squashes or big pumpkins down here, and then my spaghetti squashes up there. Zucchinis, like I had planned, will go here with the bush acorns. But on the cucumber bed, I did do a bush acorn at each end. And then I've got big pumpkins and two of the flat borer squashes here. And because this is brand new ground that we just broke, I am going to be doing the bone meal and eggs underneath them. Kind of going off the same premise as under the tomatoes. We'll just add that extra kick of calcium to help with the blossom end rot. So fortunately or unfortunately for you guys, my GoPro's not working, so you're not going to have GoPro time lapse. I will do a little with the camera and put it on fast forward, but won't be filming the whole garden bed planting, but show you what it looks like when I'm done. Well, get the last 3 beds filled, get the soaker hoses turned on, show you guys what it looks like when they're all planted. Well, as you see, I have gotten the shavings and the squash and pumpkins planted. Dave John got another row done for me. And these cucumbers and melons and more squashes over there. But the main reason I use the pine shavings is for moisture control, not so much weed control. I'll take you over to the big garden and show you what that looks like. So yesterday I went through and hula hoed these rows. This area right here, I just dumped shavings on top of the weeds. See if that helps prevent them. But my rows kind of look like that. And I do have lots of shavings down, so the weeds are just popping through. So, do a little look in the garden. I've got potatoes popping in the potato bed. My sunflowers in the back there are doing really good. My cauliflowers looking really nice. All of my broccoli looks amazing. And I do have a broccoli flowerette. I think that's on an early sprouting purple. But my, ooh, there's another one. Gonna have to come out and pick broccoli. But my cabbages are kind of starting to want to form a head. The tomatoes, and it's like I planted everything and then we went cool and rainy. Supposed to in the next week be getting into the high 70s, 80s, and everything will take off. Hopefully it hasn't rotted out by then, but another couple weeks and everything should really be taken off. But let's continue look. So this little cucamelon is getting some tendrils coming on. They're all pretty much staying about the same right now, just with the transplant and everything. Maybe let that guy have two tops. See my purple cabbages over here. They're getting big, just not quite yet forming heads. And this is the shade bed. Look. I've got an onion popping here. So these plants are due to be in next week, so I will be working this bed, getting the weeds taken care of, and pulling that onion out, putting it somewhere for it to go to seed so I can collect the seed. But another bed I have completely done is my herb bed. I've got oregano, some celery, some basil, the Chinese celery. I did strawberries in the back. I have my thyme and a bindweed and a bindweed. I've got dill and my cilantro, and even though it went cool, it was too warm in the greenhouse. It's bolting here. But these onions here are from last year, so I'm going to let them just go to flower to collect the seeds. But my mints are coming on, and in amongst the weeds here I've got a bunch of sunflowers. So don't really see anything yet on the green beans I planted, but in amongst the green beans in this bed, because this is all green beans, I've got my radishes, I've got an ever-bearing and a June-bearing strawberry, my snap peas. I have nothing on this trellis yet. This trellis that I'm going to be putting in is a little 4-footer. It's going to have tomatillos on it and a purple or a blueberry cherry tomato from my cousin. But my tendril peas almost long enough to grab a hold. Almost. And I put another cucamelon here, and they all look a little sad just because it has been so cool and rainy. But radishes and peas, I'm thinking on the ends and the empty spots in this bed to attempt to direct sow carrots, because that bed there is going to be for peppers and eggplants. Same with this bed and that bed. But this bed has got a tendril pea that has been brave and attached. And I did plant the Brad's Atomic Grape, and even the second planting is still kind of weak looking tomatoes. Not sure what I'm doing wrong with them, but it is what it is. And the cucamelons, some of them are trying to go, but like I said, it's just been so cool and rainy. But my lemon balm and roses here look really good. This bed is getting ready to take off. My foxgloves are going to be full in bloom. And this poor little rose had a bunch of growth on it. And Miss Bella, because I was in the chicken coop running over the potato bed, jumped up off the potato bed into the walkway and broke off the growth bud. Dogs. But I need to go through and clip the flower buds out of my rhubarb. My climbing pots look a little sad, but hopefully they're going to recover. The thing that has done the best with the move outside is my little strawberry plants are just taking off like crazy. But this apple tree never did put on any blossoms, and neither did this one. Oh, I take that back. This one does have one branch, or two branches, one there and one back there that have blossoms. But this one is going to make up for it. The little cilantro bed that's going to be just seed collection. Give you a different angle of the squash beds. And I did get my shavings this time from a different place, and they said they had fine and medium. Well, I didn't realize how fine their fine was, and I made the mistake, and I put this in the chicken boxes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clean out the chicken boxes. They're just kicking it all out onto my side through the little cracks, or when you open the door, just making a huge mess. So, I mean, it's nice. It goes down nice and easy, but not exactly what I was wanting. Over here on this one, don't see any marigolds popping yet, but the balcony petunias are starting to go. Go down to the house and Bella, and go down to the house and show you what it looks like now that I brought everything outside. Bellatrix, get out of there. And I now have to make sure that I lock the gate, or Kiesel just pushes his way in. It's bad enough those two. Brothers. But I've brought the one little lemon out. The creeping phlox that Darla got me from Mother's Day last year. Both are starting to take off and bloom. One of the tomatillos from my cousin. And it wasn't really healthy when I got it. Looking a little sad. Really need to get it in the ground. My sad avocado, I gave up on it. If it grows, it grows. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But the Japanese maple is looking really pretty. Over here, I've got patio mix petunias, and in the back I have marigolds. And in these pots down here ooh, you can see those little red starts? A friend of mine at work has got 3 different types of hop vines. Told him I'd be interested in getting some, so he wound up sending me 22 starts. And this little one that's popping through right now is a Cascade, but we got, actually, better looking, I have several Cascades that are going. So I have Cascade, Centennial, and Willamette. And and looking at in the pots, and I'm starting to see stuff going. So, really cool. Not exactly sure what we're gonna do with all of them, but we'll figure something out like always. But going from right to left, we have my Stilby bed, the hanging ivy, and in the back there is the bleeding hearts. Over to here we have my oak leaf hydrangea, and I have gone through and subdivided and split out the baby palms so they're in bigger pots. Got baby ivy down there in pots. Columbines are almost ready to start growing. My other ivy. And in here I still need to come through and put some pine shavings down, but I got my balcony mix, petunia mix, the crazy mortal herb that I all but gave up on, my delphinium bed, which I need to fertilize because with all the rain we've been getting. And even though I did amend this, it looks like it's a little anemic, needing a little nitrogen, so I have to get some fertilizer on it. But yesterday Darla and Ian came out and helped me move Goliath. So Goliath is out of the house and now in her summer spot, sort of, on the corner of the deck. But pretend we're standing at the kitchen window and just give you a little panoramic view of what our view is. So, pretend you're sitting at my kitchen table and this is your view. Not a bad view to have. A little bit of work out there, but definitely worth it. And I did get David John his rosemary. I gave up on trying to start it from seed. So that's where I'm going to end today's video. I hope you have a good day and a good week, and we'll see you on Thursday's video. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Bye for now.